So, hi everybody, it's me, Lindsay. Welcome back to the Wrestling Fan Blog. Now, I'm gonna try my best to explain because, holy crap, this is a crazy, I guess you could say bombshell that has to deal with Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins. This is a couple of articles from Fightful from Colin Tester and Jeremy Lambert. I will include the links down in the description down below if you guys want to read it yourselves. But for those who need to hear it, for me, let's talk about it. So the first article from Fightful says Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins filed lawsuit against AEW seeking to avoid attribution clause of their contracts. Sorry about that. Tony Khan named in defamation allegation. This first one is written up by a Colin Tester, and it says here. Gee, let me scroll over here to make it easier. AEW is facing a lawsuit. The Wrestling News reports that Kevin Kelly and the boys, also known as the Tate twins, Brendon and Bret Tate, had brought a lawsuit against AEW, among others. The suit was filed in the Philadelphia County, Pennsylvania Court of Common Pleas by attorneys Stephen P. New and Benjamin Baer on August 30th. In the suit, the plaintiffs seek to avoid the attribution, I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong, clause of their talent contracts and request the court to certify a class action lawsuit against AEW over the claims that the company is misclassifying its wrestling talent as independent contractors rather than employees. I think this is something that everybody's talking about. And it's been, and by the way, let me just say this. As a wrestling fan for over 20 years, I've been hearing about this as every time that wrestlers should be unionized. Somebody says that Hulk Hogan said that they should be. But now, but it never happens. And the reason why they're not put down as employees, why they put down as independent contractors and not employees, is because you're I don't know how to say this. It's depending on how you see the contracts. But I don't know. I wish somebody could help me explain this better, but it's just like you're not technically employed within the company. You're hired with signing a contract. I mean, that applies with, well, actually, it applies to anything in regular sports. I mean, look at baseball. Look at baseball with MLB. Look at football with the NFL. Look at soccer with Major League Soccer or the Premier League. Hockey and the NHL. Heck, look at in basketball with the NBA. I mean, look at everywhere. These people are hired with contracts. And same thing with people who are doing all the commentary / casting. I mean, seriously. Anyway, the article continues here. AEW released the boys in April. At the media call ahead of Ring of Honor's Supercard of Honor, Tony Khan claimed that the boys no-show multiple bookings. He later stated that he stood by these comments after the boys denied them. This claim is at the center of defamation allegations against Khan by Brendon and Bret Tate. All right. I want to put this first here because the second one I'll explain. from what I have heard, according to both brothers, I don't know who said it first, but they were trying to get to their shows throughout an airport. Now, they wanted something really close, but according to them, they were denied that. And apparently, they were trying to set somewhere far away from where they live. And technically, I don't know where the Tate twins live, to be honest. And I would say, I don't think they live in Pennsylvania. But, then again, I don't know what to tell you all. I mean, seriously. Even though headquarters for AEW / Ring of Honor is located at the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium, which is I forget the name of the place. Never mind. Anyway, so besides all of that, now let's continue with Kevin Kelly. Anyway, Kevin joined AEW in June 2023 and was part of the AEW Collision broadcast team. He was fired in March 2024, reportedly due to his comments on social media in which he expressed his frustrations with the company and commentator Ian Riccaboni. He claimed that Riccaboni's behavior was deliberate after Riccaboni accused him of being a member of the reason. That's my doing, and the article has it down, but I'm just going to refer them as the weirdos. Those, okay? They're just a bunch of weirdos, that people would talk about. And then it says here, according to the Wrestling News, Kelly is seeking monetary damages. He claims that AEW breached his contract and has interfered with his ability to find work elsewhere. Kelly also seeks monetary damages from Ian Riccaboni and claimed the crazy accusations defamed him. Maybe, and I don't know where Kevin Kelly lives as well, because I don't know if this falls both in the Tate's hometown / Kevin Kelly's hometown. This should be handled in a Florida court, or technically. But I think maybe they're filing this in Pennsylvania because I know that's where Ian Riccaboni is from. But I don't know what to tell you. And I think the reason why I saw Ian Riccaboni got upset about that Kevin Kelly was saying things and they were. I could tell both of them were frustrated, like they were so upset with each other, and I'm surprised they did not speak about this, or totally could just arrange things like put Ian on another show, or I mean. It's a lot of confusion going on, and it's crazy enough that Ian Riccaboni, besides he's doing all the commentary, I mean, the man is trying to go for his degree. I forget what he's in for. Sorry, understand I'm nervous right now, okay? Anyway, apparently the Tate twins and Kevin Kelly has the same lawyer, Stephen P. News, who commented on the lawsuit. He says here, I applaud the bravery of these plaintiffs in bringing this long overdue action, challenging the misclassification of pro wrestlers as independent contractors instead of employees. We know we are in for a long, hard fight, but in the end, I believe that justice always prevails. The Wrestling News will continue to follow this story, News said. And As you guys could tell that that's not going to happen because, first of all, misclassification, I never see it hyping like that. And pro wrestlers never are hyping. It's a two words. I mean, and then of course, this also says here. New also commented on the suit in a post on Twitter/X. He said that it was appropriate that they were seeking to correct, among other things, the abhorrent practice of misclassification of pro wrestlers as independent contractors and not employees. He also claimed that all AEW wrestlers were now members of this putative class. Yikes. Not a good look. And I'm pretty sure none of the wrestlers who still has a job probably did not want this. Yes. Anyway, this was quoted out from the Wrestling News about this. Anyway, Stephen News says here, how fitting and appropriate that on Labor Day weekend, a lawsuit is filed seeking to correct, among other things, the abhorrent practice of misclassification of pro wrestlers as independent contractors and not employees. All AEW wrestlers are now members of this putative class. This is a big yikes, because the reason why I'm saying this is he's representing three people. Well, the twins, Brendon and Bret Tate, and Kevin Kelly. Now, technically, I don't think even though he could try to argue this, but a lot of the wrestlers who are still have jobs are going to find out, probably already found out, that they're going to be dragged into this. And technically, I don't know if they have a case about this. Especially he says now the wrestlers are dragged into this. I'm sorry to break this to you, but unless you can get the current roster is not going to be involved into this mess. Anyway, here's a little more information. In a reply to his post, New was asked why they went after AEW rather than WWE. He responded by saying, soon as we have plaintiffs who want to sue WWE for misclassification, we will. Hopefully this litigation inspires someone to step up. Oh, the only thing I can think of right now is the Discovery is going to have a fun time for this. Anyway, it says here, in June, Kevin Kelly claimed that he was going to sue AEW. He also discussed his AEW departure and his issues with Riccaboni. Anyway, Jeremy Lambert, sorry I had to hide the title, but the next quote is from Jim Ross, where Jeremy Lambert takes quotes from him. It says here, on September 4th, Kevin Kelly and the boys, he's also known as the Tate twins, Brendon and Bret Tate, brought a lawsuit against AEW. In the suit, plaintiffs seek to void the attribution clauses of their talent contracts and request the court to certify a class action suit against AEW over claims that the company is misclassifying its wrestling talent as independent contractors rather than employees. Speaking on his Grilling JR podcast, Jim Ross was asked by Conrad Thompson if he had any comments on the lawsuit. And this is a quote from Jim Ross. Besides that, I also will include the podcast episode so you guys can watch it as well. Because, anyway, this is what Jim Ross said, as interpreted by Jeremy Lambert. When you sign your contract, you agree to the terms. That would include being as an independent contractor. I'll say this. The plaintiffs, Kevin Kelly and those guys, they'll run out of money before Tony Khan does. I don't hold out much hope they're going to be getting any kind of settlement whatsoever. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a judge or a lawyer or anything along those lines. I don't like those kinds of lawsuits. I think they're frivolous. You would think guys would get together and work out something before going to spend their money on a lawyer who's probably doing it. If you win, you'll get this. If you don't win, no harm, no foul. There is harm and there is foul. You knew what you were doing when you signed your deal. I'm not familiar with the two wrestlers. I know who they are. Kevin Kelly is an old friend of mine for years. I was sad to see him leave the way he did. He just wasn't happy. I think he wanted a bigger role that wasn't available to him. Then all of a sudden, he's gone. It's unfortunate. It's sad. He has a lot to offer. As far as the independent contractor thing being thrown out and overruled, I don't hold any hope for that to happen, said Ross. And of course, Lambert noted Ross is signed to AEW and part of pay-per-view events. Under his, I guess you could say under his terms. Now, however, Kevin Kelly had fired back at Jim Ross. And according to his title, it says here from Jeremy Lambert, Kevin Kelly comments on a lawsuit filed against AEW, said it is not frivolous. Jeremy Lambert from Fightful had said this. On September 4th, Kevin Kelly and the boys, also known as the Tate twins, Brendon and Tate and Bret Tate, brought a lawsuit against AEW. In the suit, the plaintiffs seek to void the attribution clause of their talent contracts and request the court to certify a class action suit against AEW over the claims the company is misclassifying its wrestling talent as independent contractors rather than employees. And it says here, Kelly took to social media to comment on the lawsuit. And you can see here, they did this, and then there's the post. Lots of comments on our lawsuit, and we will see what happens. I had hope to settle this fairly and quietly with AEW, but they left us no choice. And to my friend and JR, this is not frivolous in the least. We look forward to what comes next. Thank you all very much. AEW gave the following statement on the lawsuit. AEW does not comment on pending litigation. They always have to say that because they don't want to, because that would cause them into serious trouble. Anyway, says here, of course, it says Kevin Kelly joined AEW in June 2023 as the new play-by-play announcer for AEW Collision alongside Nigel McGuinness. Kelly's time in AEW was short-lived as he was released by the company in March 2024. Before his time officially ended, Kelly made a series of social media posts that call out Ian Riccaboni for libel and trained to sabotage his career. Now, we also have this. AEW issues a statement on a lawsuit filed by Kevin Kelly and Tate twins. And again, as you can see here, and then, as you can see here, in a statement to Sports Illustrated, the takedown, AEW PR comment, AEW does not comment on pending litigation. The attorney for Kelly and the Tate twins, Stephen P. News, comment on the lawsuit. I applaud the bravery of these plaintiffs bringing this long overdue action of challenging the misclassification of pro wrestlers as independent contractors instead of employees. We know we are in a we are all, yeah, we know we are for a long, hard fight, but in the end, I believe justice always prevails. Oh, and as you can see here, also this. Anyway, to summarize as much as I can say about AEW and the lawsuit that they're being thrown by the Tate twins and Kevin Kelly, it's gonna get ugly. I mean, I think even though, like I'm going to say this before in this video, I have to agree with what Jim Ross is saying. Yes, we are not lawyers. We're not a judge. But he's right for one thing. Hey, they're wasting money that should be helping them, save for emergencies. Instead, they decided to use this in this lawsuit with this lawyer. And on top of that, yes, AEW has a lot of money because Tony Khan has a lot, and so has his father. I mean, after all, they're using apparently, I don't know if who's representing AEW, because after I found out Megara Parka had to remove herself from being the chief legal officer for AEW so she could focus on Jacksonville Jaguars as their legal officer. So they replaced her with somebody else. But I think as of right now, I mean, except for even though I hate to say this, if what Kevin Kelly is, if Kevin Kelly's saying what is true, then Kevin is suing the wrong person. If he is being slandered by somebody, he's going after somebody who didn't do it. He should be going after the person who do it, which is Ian Riccaboni. However, I don't know. And the only thing that really bothers me is it's this guy, Stephen New. I mean, he said that he says now he says here in this part, all AEW wrestlers are now members of this putative class. No, they're not, buddy. No, they're not. First of all, the whole entire AEW roster who are currently active, no, they're not. This is apparently causing chaos. I mean, let me just say this. The whole entire current roster, including the AEW World Champion Bryan Danielson and the AEW Trios Tag Team Champions and Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Pac, the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. And they're not part of this either. Neither is sort of Strickland, Prince Nana, Adam Page. Nobody in the current AEW roster, not even the commentators, are part of this. I mean, this is going to cause trouble for him. And like I said, I know I'm not speaking as a lawyer, but I know there are some people who are and probably would agree with me saying, yes, what he's saying is really not helping. Because, I mean, seriously. Hey, the only thing now the truth to this is, I could be wrong, but the only person who may have a case is Kevin Kelly. But Kevin Kelly's suing Kevin Kelly suing AEW is not going to help him. If he got slandered, the only person he should go after right now is Ian Riccaboni. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. You think that the lawsuit that Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins are bringing up is frivolous? Is Stephen New correct or incorrect saying that all the AEW wrestlers, because the whole entire AEW roster is probably going to be very upset they finding out their names are being dragged into this. Just let me know in the comments, and yeah, but that's all I'm saying that's all of my thoughts about this is, I mean, Kevin Kelly may could have a lawsuit. Stephen New is trying to drag the current AEW roster, which is not a good look. I mean, seriously. Anyway, let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe if you can, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.